It's day 3 and day 4 of my birthday build, and we are getting right to it this week. I've got 2 of my best friends with me, Shea and Jeff. Shea's going to be working on plumbing the fuel lines from the tank all the way up to the back of the engine block. He's going to be installing an 8AN supply line and a 6AN return line. Jeff's going to pick up where my father-in-law Randy left off. He's going to work on installing the other half of the Siless sound deadening system on the inside of the cab.
I feel super blessed to have friends like these 2 that came and helped me today. Shea's basically like a brother to me. We grew up from as far back as I can remember. We got into all kinds of mischief back at home, including in some probably involved inside of this truck when we were kids, playing around, pretending we were driving the truck around and trying to hotwire it. That's what makes this so special for me is, you know, having so many memories with this truck and friends, and now making new memories out here working on the truck and everything. So Shea's been watching all the videos. Was your first time seeing the truck in person?
Yeah.
You know, what are your thoughts on the truck?
Better in person. It's amazing. It's amazing. I remember what it used to be, sitting outside the shop in Martinton there for all the years growing up and just watching it sit and sit and sit. And you always said you were going to do something with it. Started your videos and came up here. It's a whole new truck.
Jeff's helped me out quite a bit, but even still, we've made some pretty big steps from where you saw it last too, right?
Oh yeah. Seen every video as well, and just the transformation it's incredible, really incredible.
Something I'm excited to show you guys coming up in about a month. We're going to be featuring Jeff's car. He's got a pretty special Pontiac that we're going to be getting going. He's been working on it, right? You've been busting butt on it.
I've been chipping away.
So this is what I think is kind of funny is most guys dread. What do you think? What would you say most guys dread working on a car? Like if you have a problem, what's like people are definitely afraid of? I would say wiring.
Wiring is, yeah, for sure. I'd say any kind of welding anymore. Like, well, they have to do any kind of welding. It tends to be a scary point for people.
I would say wiring and dashes, right? If you take apart a dash or do the wiring. The first 2 things that Jeff did in this car, he put the dash together and he got every circuit in the car working. Wow. So power sunroof working. So I think that's pretty impressive. I'm actually super excited to show people that car, and hopefully we're going to get it running and driving.
I am really optimistic about that.
So that's going to be fun. see across the hood, right?
I'm 6'3", so I would say it's the top of the roof, probably about 5 foot. That's pretty low for a truck.
Yeah, it has.
Especially a truck that's not meant to, that you didn't really want, especially wanted a low rider, you wanted it stance.
Right. It's got to come up just a little bit, but yeah.
Because I'm looking at the alley, like as you get like,
oh,
when you get
I cannot turn right out of here.
I say he's definitely not going this way out if he gets when he gets it done.
No, it cannot go right. I don't even know if I can come in from this direction.
It's gonna be tough, even if you trailer it anywhere. It's gonna be tough to get it up and on the trailer.
We're not trailing it anywhere. We're driving it everywhere.
Like
We're just about to wrap up day 3 here, and we have made a huge amount of progress. Shea took care of all of the fuel lines, getting those run all the way up to the front, routed really nicely. We've got the rear end full of gear oil. Jeff took care of all of the sound deadening here. This thing is incredible. He's got the back panel done, the roof done, finished off Randy's job from yesterday. It looks and sounds amazing in there. And then today, I spent some time getting the accessory drive all done up here and finishing out kind of the front end, some of the accessories and things like that on the front end. So we're just about ready to mount the cab for good and then finally get the bed mounted up. So, I did also paint up the front part of the bed here just so that it's painted up before it goes on the truck. So we're all kind of wrapping up, finishing up for the day here. I still have another half a day for this video, so I'm gonna be back out here tomorrow by myself, and I'm gonna be trying to get the bed back onto the truck and get everything kind of permanently mounted up. And if all that goes well, might maybe reveal the wheels and tires that go on this truck. You might have seen them if you're looking. I might blur them out, I don't know. Make people wait till the last minute. So, but yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for today. We're just gonna get cleaned up and head out, and thank you guys again so much for helping.
Very welcome.
All right, day 4, the last day of this 4-day thrash, and man, I'm so thankful. I keep saying it. I'm so thankful for my friends and family. I feel so blessed that they came out and helped me, and we've pushed this project so far forward. You know, there's so many little ticky-tack things that just are time-consuming, and man, my dad, my father-in-law Randy, Shea, Jeff, thank you guys so much. The 4 of you guys have no idea how much it means to me that they came out and help me thrash on this truck. But today I'm by myself, and the goal for today is to put this guy on the frame for the final time. And this is a monumental occasion for me. The number of times I've took this bed on and off the chassis is ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, but it's finally gonna go to its home for good. At least that is the hope. That is what I'm gonna try to accomplish today. So I spent a little time this morning just picking up the shop. It's been a freaking mess in here. Just, you can imagine, 4 days of working nonstop. It's been 3.5, I guess, so far, but 3.5 days of working nonstop. It just really got out of hand fast. But to catch you guys up a little bit. So Shea and Jeff helped me set the cab down last night. Jeff finished off all of the insulation in the truck and the sound deadener. It's incredible how much different the truck sounds with having all this insulation in there. It's going to make for a really nice ride. It's going to be really great. And then Shea went ahead and ran all of our fuel line up to the front. Yesterday I worked on putting the accessory drive on the motor. This is a CVF V-belt drive. So on this stockish 390, I went back with kind of a standard style V-belt. When we do the big 445 stroker, I'll probably switch it up to serpentine belt, something a little bit nicer that's not prone to slipping. And then I'll just give you a shot at the back here. The only mishap we had is I bought the wrong fittings for the tank side. So I switched the 6 and 8 AN. So I have the 8 AN delivery lines and a 6 AN return, and I bought a 6 AN delivery fitting and an 8 AN return fitting. So I got those switched. I'm gonna order a set of those. We left plenty of extra hose there so that the tank can be dropped down off the side here, drop down to the ground. I'll do the same with the wiring. I put a little service loop in on the wiring, and we'll be able to lower this tank down and hook up the delivery and return line as well as the fuel filler line, which I was gonna have to do anyways because all of the bolts that I have for the tank are too short by about 1/4 inch. So I will get all of that stuff resolved after the bed's on the truck. So you guys can see here, everything's looking really, really good. I'm really excited for this. So I'm gonna get you guys up on the tripod. Hopefully let you guys see this bed go on this truck for the final time. And I did paint up the front panel here. I didn't go too nuts on it. It's gonna be hidden, but we did give it a nice coat of paint just to keep it from rusting, cover up all the welds and all that stuff on the backside. Now we are gonna be scuffing this down and beating the heck out of it to get it to match a little bit closer to the original bed. It'll probably never fully match, but we can certainly sand on it, scuff it up, and get it a little bit duller looking to kind of match what the entire inside of the bed looks like already. So that's kind of the goal here. I'm hoping this goes smoothly. We can finally have this bed mounted down on the frame. Well, 4 days of fun is finally over, and I gotta say I'm a little bummed to be going back to work tomorrow, but I've never been more excited about this project than I am at this stage. We've got the bed finally mounted down. I got it all bolted down today. It was a little bit bigger task than I was anticipating because somebody forgot to drill out the front holes, so we had to figure out how to find those holes inside the bed with everything else already mounted down. Ended up making it work, and I had to and I also had to drill out the back 2 holes because we'd moved the location of where those were going to mount. Thankfully I did pre-drill those, so at least I knew where to drill this time. But yeah, we got all the bolts in. I'll take you for a look inside the bed here. We've got, you can see our 8 bolts mounted in. A little surprise here, this is going to eventually be the battery box in the back of the truck. It's one of Grandpa's old saw boxes, Milwaukee circular saw boxes. It's just gonna really set off this bed. I think it's a really cool feature, all beat up. I still gotta paint the inside of this panel, but again, I'm not overly concerned because whatever we do in here, we're just gonna beat the heck out of anyways. So it doesn't have to be pretty when we do paint that finally. I'll probably end up just taping off the bed and everything so we don't get any overspray in the bed. And we'll paint this back panel and we'll go to town sanding and scuffing on it, scratch on it, trying to bring out some of the primer like you can see here. So that'll kind of finish off the bed here. We've obviously got to do some tailgate work, and then coming around to the inside, I've showed you guys this already, but we've got all the sound deadener in the truck. Really exciting stuff. I went ahead and I cleaned up the top of the dash here. It is going to have to be repainted, so I'm debating whether I want to pull the windshield out. I've got new seals coming for the windshield, so maybe when we do that, we'll paint up this speaker panel up here and the vent panel. We'll get that repainted satin black. We're gonna have to clean up on the dash here, get some of this all painted up, but that's for a little bit further down the line. So the cab is sitting on its mounts, but it's not bolted down. You can see I still got the bottom pads pulled out of it. I'm gonna wait to put those in until we get the front clip on, and that's when we're gonna be able to shim this thing. So I can't shim it just yet until we've got the fenders on. We kind of figure out what we need to do here, but we're definitely gonna have to bring the cab up just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. We're a lot closer than we were before, as I've talked about in previous episodes. Now, a lot of the work we've done has been covered up. The exhaust was all completed, the fuel lines, the brake lines from the back all the way up to the front. You can see I've got these little bulkhead fittings here for the rear brakes and the front brakes, and then we're gonna run some DOT approved soft lines from these up to our master cylinder up here. That's the game plan there. I've got the CVF accessory drive on the front, really beautiful, really simple to install, really straightforward. Now I've got to go about getting some sensors put in, getting some plugs put in place where we don't need sensors in the intake and some things like that. So I need an oil pressure sensor, I need a temp sensor, and we're gonna have to plug a few of the other holes here in the intake. I also need to order a water neck. I thought one came with the CVF kit, but that it did not. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and order one of those. And then we're pretty much ready to oil prime the motor, get the distributor put in place. I've also got to bolt down the valve covers, but I'm waiting to do that until we try to oil prime the engine. I just want to make sure that everything looks good and is functioning well with the oiling system before we bolt those down. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting really close. It's getting really exciting. And then in the coming weeks here, I'm going to be focusing on assembling the inner fenders and the core support. And then we're going to move on to wiring. So I'll have to do probably some finishing things in the dash before we start wiring everything up permanently. But if I can get the inner fenders and the core support in, we can route the wires the way we want to route them, get all that stuff taken care of, and then ultimately we'll be down to just finishing out the interior, hanging the front fenders, and then all the body alignment stuff. So we're getting very close. This is very exciting. This is just such a great birthday weekend. I appreciate all you guys watching. I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate you liking the channel, leaving comments. I just couldn't feel more supported than I did this weekend. I mean, I just keep saying it over and over, but having my friends and family here to help out, I feel like such a lucky guy to be able to work on this stuff and spend time with all those guys that came out this weekend. It just means the world to me. And it means the world that you guys are watching this channel as well. So if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Super simple, doesn't cost you anything. Just click the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon. That's gonna give you notifications when I post. I post every Friday at 4 o'clock. I've been doing that for about 2 years now, and I don't think I missed maybe one Friday, but I posted on that Saturday. So I'm pretty darn consistent with the videos. So if you like what you saw today, come back 4 o'clock next Friday. We're going to be making even more progress on Elsworth. All that said, guys, you know the deal. If you don't work on your projects, they will not work on themselves. Get out in the garage, get building, and I'll see you on the next episode of Cody Builds.